Welcome back to Southern Unscripted. I'm your host, Sarah. We are here, season 2, episode 6. Still can't believe um, that we're still here, but we are. We're rocking it. And I have so much to chat about today. I don't foresee it being super long, but we have some things to cover with my Southern Unscripted gang. First and foremost, it is spring break, you guys, and thank you, Jesus, that when the time decided to change, we are off spring break because I am so twisted with this hour that we lost. I am like staying up so late, thinking it's not late at all. And then I am sleeping in because obviously I don't have to wake up to bring Marley to school. I'm sleeping till 7:30, 8 o'clock, which is not normal during a weekday. But thank God we got this break to like figure it out before we have to go back to school. But I have to say that I do love this time change. I love when the sun stays out late. It's giving summer vibes. The air is warmer. I feel myself coming out of the winter depression. And oh my God, it feels so good. Don't get me wrong. I love winter. It's cozy. It's Christmas. It's, family oriented. It's lounge in your hoodies all day long, stay tucked inside. It's really hard to work um, when it's cold outside. So I'm here for it. Book the trip, book the yacht. It's time to have all the summertime fun, and I couldn't be more excited about it. Life has been super busy, but in a good way. I've been really working on something for myself. I'm, everybody always says, you do so much. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I know. I am working on branding myself. Um, I have new websites, all the new things coming, and I'm super excited about it because at the end of the day, I think I'm a likable person, but these people, they hire me for the services not just because I'm good at it, but more so because it's me and I'm just working on branding me. A lot of exciting new things coming that I can't really talk about yet. Super um just it's exciting. Okay, let's not insert foot in mouth too much. But I am excited where my brand is heading, and okay, yeah, that's it. Cut it. 1, 2, 3, end. Okay, so I have some family updates though. My sister is coming to Texas. It's spring break, so well, it's not spring break in Louisiana, but she's coming to Texas. Her oldest daughter is graduating high school, and Avi, I'm gonna do the senior pics. So I'm super excited about that. She is kind of willing to do whatever I say. So I'm like, hey, how do you feel about going at the crack of dawn sunrise? And they're like, we'll do whatever. No one ever wants to do sunrise photos because, especially if you're a girl and you got to wake up and glam. But I'm telling you, by far, if you can rally your family for sunrise photos, by far, I will fight you on this. Best lighting, the best. These photos always come out the best. There's nothing more amazing than sunrise photos. And so she agreed to do it. And I am super, super, super excited about that. So I have one niece graduating. I have one niece who is getting married. And we went dress shopping, which I was honored that she included me in this because she is very private and she's very, I don't want to say introvert, maybe introvert, extrovert. She doesn't like all the attention. So the fact that she has to get married in front of a bunch of people is not something she's super excited about. But I am honored that she allowed me to go dress shopping because if anybody knows, I love fashion and all the dresses, right? And then my other niece who got married last year, was it last year? No, maybe the year before. Um, she's having twins, which is still crazy. My sister still is processing because she says it all the time. Like, I can't believe we're having twins. There's two of them. Um, And so we have a baby shower coming. It's just a lot of things going on in my family with all the peoples. A lot of pretty big milestones, which I'm here for it. It's just I can't believe I'm this freaking old, that I have a niece having twins and another niece getting married. We're going to have two nieces married. And then, you know, the other one is graduating, about to start a whole new life. It's kind of crazy. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much what I've been busy with. So we're still training for HYROX. And you guys, I am not prepared. I don't know. Like, I was fired up in January when I was like not even fully registered and signed up. I'm ready to do something that's going to challenge me and motivate me. I'm just so fired up about it. And then I actually got in, signed up. And when I signed up, I was still like, for new year, new me, motivated, da 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 da. And right now, like, I am just so over the running. I am so over the running. It's just so boring. And then I don't know if I lost my motivation or if I'm just so busy with work. Cause, like, I was talking to my husband about this yesterday. Like, he literally wakes up, he works from anywhere. So his goal every day is to get to the gym. That is his number one priority. Every day when he wakes up, he doesn't have to worry about washing clothes or making sure the house is up to par. Like, he doesn't even fix the fucking bed. He just wakes up every day and goes to the gym, and he'll spend hours at the gym. While I would love that, my objective is not always at the gym every day. It is a priority, but sometimes my work comes in front of that. So I don't know if it's because I'm like super busy right now that I'm just not making it to the gym. We're going to the gym today. If you didn't notice, I'm already in my workout clothes. I'm setting myself up for success today because I'm like, holy shit, we're 2.5 weeks out and I'm going to die. Okay. I'm going to die. I started strong. I'm not so strong right now. And I really just need motivation. If anyone wants to send that to me in a package, my address is, because you guys, I'm struggling. I'm also eating everything in sight. Like, I just want a cookie at the end of every day, and not just one cookie, but I need 4. And I am literally stuck in between because, training for the HYROX was going to like literally set me up for a hot girl summer. I was just going to be fine as fuck for the summer. You know what I'm saying? And I really am stuck between I want a hot girl summer, but I also want to do whatever the hell I want by eating sweets. Um, like, some people like to drink and they're like trying to lose weight and they're like, oh man, I'm going to slow down on drinking. That's not an issue for me. That is not an issue for me. Drinking is not an issue for me. I could easily go to an event and not drink. Like, it's not hard for me. The sweets, you got sweets in front of me? Oh, we eating sweets. We are hands down eating sweets. I went hang out with some friends, and one of my business partner, she's good at sweets too. And she brought like freaking fudge brownies with the best icing and donut croissants. Never seen glazed croissants before, but that, oh my God. I can't stop, you guys, but I need to snap out of it. So last night, my husband left for out of town. He had to go work in Louisiana. So I was like, I am going to cook something healthy. I've really got to pull it together. So this week is my attempt to pull it together because we are 2.5 weeks out. And not that I am trying to be pro and I want to win first place, because we know that that's not going to happen. But I am competitive and I don't want to I want to be able to say that I did it with a breeze. I want to do it at a decent pace without like actually dying. And I do not, for the love of God, want to come out last. Okay. That is the goal. And then I want to use this to continue my motivation going into the summer, because obviously we want to get the yacht and we want to go yacht it up in the Caribbean. or wherever. I don't care. Let's just get out of here. Okay, but on a positive note, you guys, drum roll. Cheer season is over. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You guys, I have to say I'm so proud of my girl for showing up. As my first year, let me just say cheer isn't my favorite sport. They play 6 out of 10. But I'm so proud of Marley. They placed 6 out of 10. They were consistent, okay? And it was actually incredible to see these tiny little baby cheer girls, like not some that were younger than Marley, do these stunts and like it's incredible to see what they accomplish. It's kind of annoying in a sense because it's like they really worked hard for the entire year because you try out in like April, but competitions don't start until November. You have 2 practices every week for 2 hours. So they work their asses off for these routines and these like it's like a whole year worth of work to put towards a 3-minute a 3-minute moment, baby. Like to me the math isn't mathing. And I think this is why I'm so frustrated with, because it's like we know sports. A sports game on average lasts, at a younger age, 45 minutes to an hour, hour and a half when you start reaching high school. So it is like long. It's a long year for 3 minutes. It's a long day when you wait in 7 hours for 3 minutes. But my child, I noticed, and I'm going to speak, as far as Caden, Kyle would go to every single practice. He would coach a lot of the practices, but whenever he wasn't coaching, he was at every practice and he was watching his son. Every freaking practice, analyzing. I would hate to be on the ride home because then he would critique. And Kyle was never really someone who leads with recognition. So he wouldn't be like, you're looking good, but he would just be like, you fucked up here, here, and here. Oh my God. Like just wanting him to be great. And I know his intentions was behind it was like he was just trying to help his son be an incredible soccer player, right? But we, as a parent, you don't know if that's like scarring him because we all had this goal in the house that he was going to play college soccer. I mean, he even got invited to these colleges and we went tour. He just when he was like really coming up with a decision, he was like, I don't think this is what I want to do. I don't want to do this. I think I'm done with soccer. And I feel like maybe we contributed to his burnout. And so I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to approach Morley and whatever sport she chooses in a different manner. Um, First and foremost, I'm not going to force her to do anything that I want her to do. Like I would want her to play soccer, probably, or we could do volleyball. Like I need a sport, that's what I would want. That's kind of what we're doing with swim. We're still pushing her to do that, but we're going into the summer and I don't like a lazy child. So you got to do something during the summer. Anyways, I decided to stay out of the lane. This is her lane. This is what she wants to do. I would encourage her. I'm like, if you want to be, I would see where they placed her. I would, and I'd say, if you want to be, they put people in the front because they're better. Their toe touches are better. Their this is better. Their this, that is better. If you want to move to the front, you need to lock in. And she did. She literally locked in on her own. I wouldn't go sit at the practices and watch. Also, it's very loud in there, overstimulated for 2 hours in a very crammed space, so it's like it wasn't comfortable anyway, so it's easy for me to say that I wasn't going to sit in there, but I'm glad I didn't because then I would have been analyzing everything she was doing, and then I would have talked her through it on the way home of like, XYZ, you're screwing up here. I'm so glad I didn't do that because now looking back in hindsight of our first cheer season, she showed up. She showed up because she decided she wanted to show up, not because someone was influencing her saying that she needed to show up. She showed up because that's what she really wanted. This is what she has proved to me, that this is what she wanted. So I'm so proud of her. Um, I let her drive her own passion. Like, I let her decide, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do. If at any point in time, if she just decides she stops caring, like, and slacks, it's an easy walk for me, right? Because not what I would have wanted her to do. It would be an easy walk for me. And I think she knows that. So she is showing up and showing out. And I couldn't be more proud of her and the whole team. Like, the whole team really, it's a cute thing to watch. It truly is. It's just the cheer world is wild. Like, going to that competition and just seeing the level of effort. It's almost like Mardi Gras. Like, there was a dad that had a bald head. He glittered out his entire head, which to me is kind of crazy. Kyle would never, I even told Kyle, I'm like, look, this could be you, but you keep stunting. But like, it's Mardi Gras. They're wearing crazy shit and glitters, and it's wild. It's wild, wild, wild. Um, but I'm super proud of Morley, and I'm super proud of how I had the opportunity of raising an entire kid and seeing everything that I've done wrong or different, in my opinion, what I think was wrong and different, because there is no manual. I just really try my best not to traumatize my kids, you know, and I'm just super proud of me for allowing her to, like, just live her dream. I'm cheering her on the day of. I was like, you worked so hard for this. I'm cheering her on. I'm so proud that I stepped back and just let her do it, because, parents living through their kids creates pressure and sometimes trauma. And I don't want to do that. I'm pretty sure that's what we did to my son, but he turned out okay. So couldn't have been too bad. But, just to say, and if you're a parent and you're listening and you're that type of parent that is like just trying to push your kid, I get it. You want it for your kid, but sometimes you probably want it more than they do. And you got to let them find their thing, even if that's chess, like, if you're not into chess, but chess may be too nerdy for you, like, I don't know, but you got to let them decide. Some of the most famous athletes already knew at an early stage, a very little bitty baby, that that's what they wanted to do, and they locked in and put their head down and showed interest. So if you're that parent, lay off your kid a bit, give them a break. Um, okay, so a while back, a couple episodes ago, maybe Valentine's week or something, I texted. Sorry, I'm trying to drink my energy because we are going to the gym after this. I texted my husband when we were live on the podcast asking for more flowers, and I was just like, um, you haven't gotten me flowers in a while, and he was like, noted. Um, I just want to report that he has been delivering. He has brought me 2 rounds of flowers since, which technically, what's today? The 10th? It hasn't even been a month yet, and he's already did 2 rounds, which a bouquet lasts about 2 weeks. He is just on it, okay? And I'm just saying that because sometimes you just need to give your man clear instructions, exactly what they're dumb. Okay? I'm sorry, they're dumb. They don't read minds. They really don't read minds. If you don't tell your husband what you want, don't expect him to get it for you. Don't. Like, I've had to tell my husband several times what I want in certain things. It's almost like you got to train him to make it habitual. So sometimes you got to say it more than once. But I'm so grateful because I love fresh flowers. It just really does something to a room, and it's like just an aesthetic. I love fresh flowers, okay? But he's been really getting on my fucking nerves lately. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I upped my testosterone and it's the man in me right now, but he has just been really getting under my skin. I don't understand. Like, when he's cooking, when I cook, I clean as I cook. Like, if I am done using the paprika, I'm gonna save the paprika. I'm not gonna leave the paprika on the counter. If I am done using, just simple ingredients, cheese, whatever you're cooking with, he just leaves everything on the cabinet full-fledged while he cooks. When it's done, when people are serving themselves, the cabinet just looks like a mess. It looks like you went to a bachelorette and, the morning when you wake up from, like, a really fun night and there's just shit all over the cabinet, you can't really see the cabinet. There's, like, just empty cans, empty that's what it looks like when he cooks. And literally everything that he's been doing has been getting under my skin. So he just left for Louisiana. It's funny I'm talking shit about him. He's literally trying to call me. He went to Louisiana. I cooked healthy, right, last night, and it's just so nice that I have fresh, healthy food cooked. My kitchen is so freaking clean. He swears that it's everyone else around him that is just, if the house seems messy, it's everyone else around him. But I swear to God, it is him. 100% it is him. Because when he's not here, my house somehow magically stays in order with a 9-year-old. I don't understand it. Now, Caden, that's a different story. Another day. Another day. The Cajun in me, I've been noticing I'm saying another a lot lately. I'm really just trying to kick this Cajun accent, you guys. So, excuse me. But anyways, yeah, the house is clean right now and I'm just enjoying the shit out of it. I love my man. Keep bringing the flowers, you know, but we have work to do and I'm just sharing that because God, men are so freaking stupid. Ugh. I love my man to death, but man, it's just like I get flowers, but I get a messy kitchen. You got to pick and choose because you can't have it all and you won't have it all. There ain't no man out there dating a woman that is straight as hell that is doing all those things. Now, a gay guy I could probably live with and fuck with a little bit more because my house would actually stay in order. You know what I mean? But anyways, okay, so I wanted to tell you guys. So I went on a random impromptu girls' night down to Houston, Texas with one of my very best friends. She actually lives she lives an hour and a half away from me, okay? She moved out here in Texas like right before COVID hit. Um, and so we've kind of been having our long distance relationship. But ever since I moved here, I try to stay connected as much as I can. But she is a new mom and she kind of lives far. It's a little hike. So we don't see each other as much as we would like to. Plus, she has this whole new life. Like when you're a new mom, you don't get away much because one, mom guilt, two, it's hard when you have a newborn baby. She's not newborn, but she's gonna be 2. She's not newborn, but it's a lot. It's a lot of hands on deck, and so it's hard to step away. I was just scrolling on TikTok and I saw that Heather McMahan, the comedian, was coming to Houston. So I screenshotted it, I sent it to her. I was like, I would totally go to this with you. And she was like, I'm down. So I didn't waste no time. I went and purchased tickets. And Heather McMahan, if you don't know who she is, she's a comedian. She's so funny, but she's somewhat like she has a podcast. She travels. She's on her Heather McMahan tour. Um, but like I really got into her because I started seeing her on Bravo, and she's kind of like a Bravo journalist in her, all these celebrities get locked in on the Real Housewives, and then they get locked in on the Real Housewives and then they become journalists on the Real Housewives. So then Andy has them on his Watch What Happens Live show and basically just wants their feedback on what they think. And they'll cover it. And so I think Heather McMahan, which we'll get to in a second, anyways, booked a ticket and we are terrible planners. Definitely did poor planning. Um, so we wanted to do dinner. And then after dinner, we were going to go to the Heather McMahan. I just booked a hotel that we stayed at prior because hotel snob here. I can't be staying in the rinky dinkies. I'm sorry. I know. I need something nice that feels like home. Even the nice hotels are nasty. And she's wearing her slippers. She's wearing her slippers in the hotels because they're gross. They are just nasty. Okay. So we stayed at a very nice hotel, but I did not like track how far everything was. So then I wanted to go to this really nice restaurant because, I'm a snob. And that was kind of like far out. And then I didn't plan where the actual show was at. So that was another hike. Poor planning. Okay. But that kind of what made the adventure a little bit fun and funny, if you will. So the goal was to just have a good night and laugh with my best fucking friend. Okay. So obviously we packed the gummies, we took some gummies. We wanted to just laugh from start to finish. Um, the planning was terrible. Okay. So we took a gummy and then we had terrible planning. It already sounds horrible, but it actually was a good time. Nothing really went smooth, but we because my husband has, he's a Marriott elite, whatever. We got our nice hotel for free. So we were already doing good there. We got there, they upgraded the room to like a corner view suite. And because of his elite, they gave us 2 complimentary vouchers to free breakfast in the morning, which their breakfast place was very upscale. So that was also another win. So all of those things are like happening perfect for us. But whenever we got to the show, oh my God, Heather was so hysterical. What I liked about her, like most comedians already have like their story skits, like their punchlines, their comedian jokes. They already have it lined up. But what she does is she interacts with her audience. So whoever's basically in the first 3 or 4 rows that she can see, and we were literally right behind those rows. Um, she just kind of interacts with them and starts roasting them basically. And I like that because it's like she's sharp, witty, and like got just ready to roast them. Okay. That's not pre planned. That's not, something she came up with. Well, and she does these little dances on the stage. I mean, my cheeks hurt from laughing so much. And she started talking about plastic surgery, and she's like, "We need to shout out the plastic surgeons. What kind of plastic surgery you'd have?" And somebody would raise their hand and they'd say, boob jobs. Okay, who's your surgeon? Da 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 da. Then she'd say nose job, and she would make little jokes about it. And then we kept going and talking, and she kept going and talking, not us. And then like 15 minutes later, she was like, well, she brings up the lipoplasty, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but it's basically the plastic surgery for vaginal lips. And, she's just talking about meat curtains, beef curtains, all the things. And she's like, if your lips are hanging, da 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 da. And one girl, because obviously people are drinking or they go to this show, Buzz, raises her hand. And she was like, oh my God, no one ever admits that they had this surgery. I guess, she brings up that type of plastic surgery. No one ever admits it. And so she just starts asking questions. And she's like, as she's asking questions, that girl is just blurting things out like her OBGYN suggested her to have that, which is weird as fuck. Why is your OBG digging in there saying, hey, you should probably cut these things because they're loose as fuck? I mean, that is just unprofessional, not a medical professional. I can tell you that. Then she says she only did one side. So Heather was like roasting her, acting like she had limp leg, walking on stage because she had one lip hanging and one lip. That's fine. I don't know. It was so hard. My lips were on the floor. It was so funny. It was so funny. My lips were on the floor. Oh my God. So 10 out of 10 recommend going to a comedian show with your best friend, even if your best friend is your spouse. What a great random date night. Then from there, we literally went back to the hotel, went sit in the bar. We were ordering a few beers while we ordered Papa John's pizza. Yes, we went to dinner, but we wanted to eat some more. All we had was a salad and calamari at dinner. So calm down, okay? We're big backs. Um, but we ordered pizza and we ate pizza and had a bundt cake. We ate the bundt cake in bed. It was literally the best 24 hours that I needed for my soul. And we just laughed and laughed and laughed. And I feel like I don't do that enough. Um, we don't do that enough. Hands down, we need to do it more. We're gonna be more intentional on doing it more. Uh, I think the hard part is like actually just staying up because her and I, we are early birds to go to bed and we're also early birds to wake up. Like we always wake up early. And which brings me in the next thing that I want to tell you, we're going to BravoCon. And I just kept telling her, we're getting old. How are we going to survive in BravoCon? And she would just laugh and say, I don't know. Like, because we're going to have to literally train ourselves to like train our sleep leading up into BravoCon, which brings me to tell you, yes, we're going to BravoCon. So if you don't know what BravoCon is or you're not a Bravo junkie, BravoCon, okay, so Bravo, you have Andy Cohen, who is like, Bravo is a TV network on the TV network that basically only shows reality TV, drama, people fighting. It's it's trash TV, but I absolutely love it. And so it's like all the housewives, they have Below Deck, they have the Vanderpump Rules, the there's one that I just started. It's called Summer House. I wasn't really into Summer House, but my best friend told me that I needed to do my research and go watch Summer House. So I started on season 8 because I'm not going all the way back. There's 10 freaking seasons. Summer house is basically a house that just parties on the weekends in the summer. I don't know. There's drama that comes with it, but I'm just still trying to understand the objective. And I think it's just partying, which I don't know. I'm watching it. I'm all in. Um, so then BravoCon is basically with all these Bravo celebrities, like all these people that are on Real Housewives or somewhat a celebrity, if you will, in the Bravo world. And so they have like the Bravo Awards, and it's like a show in Vegas, and they give like awards for the best fight, the best tagline, the best dog, housewife dog. Like it's kind of comical and it's kind of like all for shits and giggles. But you gotta be a Bravo slut to understand how awesome this is. And then they do interviews and then they do like a Watch What Happens to Live show. Like for 3 days straight, it's Bravo shit everywhere. And you have like housewives who became DJs. And so they'll DJ a pool party at some time. Like it's just, we're going, okay? Super excited about it. This isn't till November, by the way, but to the point that we're already texting each other like, what are we wearing? What shoes are we buying? We need to wear something comfortable during the day. We need heels, but they need to be comfortable at night because obviously Vegas, you can't go to Vegas and not wear heels. And if you go to Vegas and you don't wear heels, then we don't need to go to Vegas together. Okay. So, anyways, I have been staying committed to trying to catch up on all my Bravo stuff. And so Kyle will come in the bed. He and he so I'll watch Bravo and he's just on the side of me. He thinks it's so stupid. He's like, we're not watching that. Like I don't know why you watch this. He acts like he hates it, but he's still watching. He stays up to par with it. Um, but what's crazy to me is like, buddy, you watch pickleball matches after pickleball matches for hours. Like after you played pickleball for 4 hours. You good? Don't judge me and my, trash TV. I need to make myself feel good to watch junk like this to know that we're not the only crazy people that do crazy shit. Like the rest of the world is pretty normal too. Um, but anyways, super excited about BravoCon to the point that Kyle should almost come with. No, just kidding. He should not. But he will have did all the research by that point too. Okay, we're going to switch gears a bit because I have a story to tell you. As you know, I'm a photographer. If you're new here, I'm a photographer going on 14 years. Um Actually, next month makes 14 years that I've gotten into this photography business. Okay. And so, something that I love, if you know me, you know I'm all about women empowerment. I'm all about like lifting women up and just making them feel confident. Um, it hurts my heart, but it also aggravates me when someone is just so broken and insecure, like they can't even, like they hate everything about them. Um, it aggravates me because I'm just like, girl, who hurt you? Like who did this to you? But anyways, I was hired to go photograph a women's retreat. One of the friends in my networking group, she does a lot of like women retreats, women empowerment things, So I'm just, going in with an heart, open mind. There's 17 women, and we were going to do 17 individual shots, kind of like branding, women empowerment, making them feel confident in their skin. They were all glammed up. They all looked so good. And then a couple group shots because they were on this retreat together. Love it. Okay. Here for it. I will do that all the time. And it paid well. Okay. So I I walk in and I'm quickly realize it's an MLM retreat, which I'm not against MLMs. Y'all know I'm for them. Okay. But I'm walking in with my Bloom energy drink because I'm just waking up and I need the energy to go conquer the day. I walk in and I think they see that I'm drinking my Bloom energy drink, so they quickly make me one of their energy drinks. It's like starts pitching immediately. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, let them know. I let them know immediately. Well, I do Herbalife. I still drink Herbalife liftoffs when I'm not out of them because my son steals them to the point that I have to hide the liftoffs in my bathroom because that's how good they are. And if I have a liftoff in my house, everyone will choose a liftoff before an energy drink. Okay. It's hard to stock liftoffs for 3 adults and keep them stocked all the time. Right. Which I need to put on my to-do list to order that today. Anyways, I tell them, I do that to kind of help them know that they don't need to keep pitching me. Like, we can stop here now. And so then the whole time, by the time we're on the group, there was one man who was married to one of the women. He went because he was like one of their higher producers. Mind you, this MLM that I walked into, I can't even tell you the name. I don't remember. It's brand new, 3 years in. And so they, as we take in the group picture, they're like, he's the top producer, 170,000 sales a month, and da 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 da. Like they're just pushing. Like they want to prove to me that, which I'm not against it because I've been there. I've been there. I've been there. I've been there. But the team leader wants to recruit me. She's like, this, and this. I was like, look, I've been in Herbalife, top 6%, been there, done that, had a whole team. She's like, well, why you don't do it anymore? Well, to be honest, I don't want to do this. This stuff that y'all doing, I don't want to do. I can walk in, empower people, quickie, and run out. But have to spend a whole weekend in a house with people again and like having to show up and be the inspiration for a team that they may or may not work for it. I don't know. It's just, to me, it was a lot of babysitting. I'm done with the babysitting. Like, I'm a hard worker. And if there's anyone I can count on, it's myself. I would rather build a team of people that I can actually hire. Like, I can hire and compensate them and say, hey, this is your job title. You need to get this done. Versus build a team and say, you could do this and you could do that. And these are the things that can help you, but they actually don't move their feet and they never move their feet. And when they're not moving their feet, your check will determine your check is sometimes based, excuse me, your check is sometimes based off of what the production of your team does. And so if your team is lacking, your check lacks. If your team is thriving, your check is thriving. I don't like that. I'm over that part of it, which is a big part of it. And I was at a part in the business, like my check wasn't going to go any further unless my team would go further. That's the part where I was like, okay, I had enough of this. Again, I want to be a hard worker. I'm going to put my head down and work really hard. Um, I just would rather hire people because people do their job when they're getting paid for it versus MLM. The only thing you can do is motivate them, if that makes sense. So, I mean, she was trying so hard. She walked me into the corner to let me know on a very hard month, she makes 20K. On a very good month, she makes 30K. And I mean, that's all fine and dandy. I've heard this story before. And my sponsor, who sponsored me in Herbalife, makes that and more and has been making that and more for years now. I mean, he drives a freaking McLaren and he's about to buy another souped up luxury car. Like you can't convince me. You can't convince me at all. And look, my perspective now is like I don't hate MLMs, okay? The community is incredible and I needed that at that time in my life, but I've built the discipline, the motivation within myself that I I work better alone now. I truly do. Um, but I'm never doing that again. If I were to ever do it again, it would be with the same company that has already got me where I am. And that's Herbalife. You can Google it. Herbalife is the number one nutrition company in the world. I don't need to try to pitch you guys, right? Like, I'm not doing it. And she followed me to my car. And looking back in hindsight, was I like that? Was I like that? No, I don't think I was. I wasn't. Maybe that's why I only went to the top 6%, not the top 1%. I don't freaking know. I just don't want to babysit any people anymore. I don't want to motivate people to work. Like you either want it or you don't. You either want to do something for yourself or your family or you don't. Um, I just don't want to be in a place where if they don't work, it affects my check. Cause then I find myself micromanaging. Like I would rather pay someone that way. If they didn't do it right, I can correct them. They won't take it offense because that's their job. Versus you have a team, they doing something, they're not doing it right. Well, they get offended because you tell them they're not doing it right. They don't have to listen to you because you're not paying them. They don't give a fuck. So yeah, that's the part of the MLM that I don't like. Um, so my mindset now, that was just a quick story of how she like followed me. Out. But the actual photo session, I can't wait to edit these photos, by the way. Some of these women were gorgeous. They were stepping into their power. They were confident. They were like swaying their hair back. I mean, these photos are so good. Um, but my mindset now is just to hire people and pay them fairly. No emotional manipulation because that's kind of another topic, another day. That's our favorite line. But anyways, I enjoyed it. I was lifting them up. I was helping them feel confident. Confident is my favorite thing to capture in people, especially if they already got it. But if they don't have it, I'll pull it out of them. I'll give them that 10-minute moment of like move, sway, and then I was, clapping for them and I was like, clock it. Okay. And then I would show them the images, like, look how good. And then they'd look at the images and be like, oh, like that's me. So nothing fills my cup more when I get to like help a woman just really just feel herself, chest out, like I'm that bitch, right? Love it. Um, so we're coming to a quick wrap up. We're coming all give me all the spring energy. I spring is my season. Like even down to clothes. I much prefer buying spring, summer clothes than winter clothes. I hate buying winter clothes. Hate it. It's too much clothes. Um, so I'm really honestly shopping right now for all the spring things. I got the baby shower, spring vibes. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I went to Zara recently. I went on a shopping spree. I asked my husband to give me money and he was like, "Well, how much do you need?" And I said, I didn't want to give a number because I felt like if I gave a number, then he might have been thinking he was going to give me more. You know what I mean? And I don't want to say too much and not be like, be ungrateful. So I basically said, whatever you give me, I'm going to match because I was going to spend money. Okay. So it was like, well, I have this money here, over there, da 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 da. You can grab like 140, but if you need like 200, I don't care. Well, don't fucking tell me you don't care because I'm going to double or nothing and we're going to take 240, bitch. So I matched that and went on a spree to Zara. And I needed new jeans. I'm just like, but now I want to go back and I want to keep buying and I need to chill the hell out. But anyway, squirrel. So family's coming into town today. I'm so excited about that. We got the weddings, the babies, the photography. I'm just like, within my family, this is happening. HYROX, you guys, please pray for me. Send me good vibes. Send me motivation. I really want to do well. And if you're in this area and you want to watch the Thursday, it's going to be like Thursday, March 26th at like 6 p.m. Um, you have to get a ticket. If you want a ticket, send me a message. Come watch. I need somebody to video me. Honestly, I'm going to try to get my kids there so they can give me some content. Um, I would like to say that I'm going to stop eating sweets, but I don't want to promise anyone anything. And we're just going to try to keep moving forward for a hot girl summer. Okay. So if anyone has advice on quitting sugar, please send help or substitutes. Um, I would love some options because I really got to get it together. And you may look at me and be like, "Oh, you look so good." Yeah, well, you don't see me naked, okay? And um, okay, so that's gonna wrap up episode 6. I already forgot. Yes, I think it's episode 6. My podcast has been growing and I cannot say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you enough. This is really, truly just the beginning. I finally feel like, obviously when you start something new, it's like imposter syndrome or whatever, which I have been struggling with, but I know it's because it's something new and I know it's something I just need to find my flow and get better at. I finally starting to feel like I'm tapping into like just being me. Um, So thank you if you have been riding since day one. Just thank you for downloading my podcast. I appreciate it. If you haven't downloaded yet, make sure you go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts, download it. You can find me on YouTube, Southern Unscripted. Follow my channel. I also have um, teaser clips. If you're just into a clip person or just a little quickie, just like funny things, I love making fun of myself. You can find me on southern.unscript on TikTok or just follow me, Sarah Derwent, TX, Texas, on TikTok. We're trying to grow. And we are. And I'm so grateful that you have been on this ride with me. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say, but I think that's it. Nope, I don't have anything else to say. I was just trying to make sure we covered it all. So until next time, my Southern Unscripted gang, I love y'all. Thank you for the support, and we will see you next time.